Okay, so we're back here on this first episode of Film Companions. Both Dave Preston and I were just going over our top 5 lists. And, well, Dave Preston has the floor.
Okay. Well, you know, I'd like to preface my list by saying a few things, too, which is basically that there have been so many incredible watershed films that have influenced me, that I've seen throughout my life. They've influenced me in so many ways that it really seems kind of silly for me to limit myself to a top 5 or a top 10 or a top 100, really.
Oh, I understand completely.
Well, I think to speak of film as a contest really debases it in a big way. However, it does provide a fun and entertaining framework to just talk about the films that we love and the ones that have meant the most to us throughout our lives. So having said that, here's my top 5. Okay, at number 5, we have Biodome, starring Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin. Released in 1996, this film ushered in a new era of tomfoolery that had never been seen before on celluloid. Let's take a look.
So what you're saying is...
You can't get out.
We're stuck here.
Yes.
For 12 months.
That's right.
12 months?
Okay.
52 weeks.
Yes.
385 days?
Yes. Yes.
It's like he's not even trying.
I know.
And it's
So what
brilliant.
you're really trying to
So
say
natural.
is...
Natural.
Scully, squirrely, triple! I'm ashamed of it
Wow. Well, before developing a crippling addiction to crystallized MDMA powder, Mr. Shore really stood as the steward of highbrow comedy in America for a good 3 months at least. And this film stands as the ultimate testament to that tragically short-lived period of time.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Baldwin, who's always been coveted by the industry's top directors, gives an electrifying performance as Doyle, even better in my opinion than his follow-up role as Dodge in the classic Prison Break film, Fled. Now, when I first saw Biodome, I just remember feeling overcome with awe that something had actually managed to surpass Ernest Goes to Jail as the funniest film I'd ever seen. And here it was right in front of me. I mean, I pissed my pants wildly the first time I watched this. And I continued to piss my pants wildly with every subsequent viewing. I mean, I absolutely love what Mr. Baldwin and Mr. Shore brought to the screen in this truly underappreciated gem of cinematic wonder. Now at number 4, we have a film that really needs no introduction. It's the historical epic Alexander, from one of my favorite directors, Oliver Stone. The clip.
What is it you fear?
Who knows these things?
Touching. So touching.
When I was a child, my mother thought me divine, my father weak. Which am I, Hephaestion? Weak or divine?
Men can be gentle too. You know, there's really something so moving about this. You know, I'm a big fan of the historical epic, as those close to me know, and I really believe Alexander is the epic to which all other epics will be compared to for the rest of eternity. I mean, even just a surface-level analysis of this film starts to provide some really profound insight into the corruptive nature of man, examining the conundrum of man against man against nature, man against himself. Deeply profound stuff. I mean, definitely Colin Farrell's best work to date, although I do say that with some hesitation, as I've yet to see his performance in Daredevil.
Daredevil is a phenomenal film. I can't believe you've not seen it.
It was, huh?
Yeah, Miami Vice was good too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right, it certainly was. So, well, look, okay, at number 3, I have Patch Adams. Now, I think this is where Rick and I share the most in common, is for our mutual love and respect for this timeless classic. Can we see the clip?
I love this moment.
Yeah, do you remember this?
Yes. How could you not?
Bee kisses.
Oh, there's the little...
Yeah. I love when he does that thing. It's like he has no bones in his wrists.
Mind if I sit up?
Wow. You know, I saw this film for the first time back when it was released in 1998, and I was so moved by it that life for me at that point became divided into two different epics. It was like there was everything before Patch Adams, and then there was everything after
I know
Patch
what you mean.
Adams.
Yeah.
I mean, even today, I continue to frame my worldview around this underlying ideology.
No, you know, I am so glad that you put this on your list.
Thank you.
I mean, for years, I've been ridiculed and ostracized by far lesser men for expressing a great affinity for this picture. And it's just good to know that you, Dave Preston, have the nuts to stand up for what you think.
Thank you.
Give it some love.
True.
Nice.
Yeah, so at number 2, we have Rush Hour 3. There's some mean-looking guys.
Oh, classic Jack.
Over and over again, I try to tell myself that we could never be more than friends. And the while inside I knew it was real.
Now, you know, as much as I revel in art cinema, I can also appreciate a film that balances its aesthetics considerations with commercial success. And I believe Rush Hour 3 to really be a perfect example of this.
I
Now,
agree.
unlike most directors working in the industry today, Brett Ratner really knows how to build on story and character, even through the sequels, which we both know can be an extraordinarily difficult challenge. The chemistry he created on screen between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker hadn't been seen or felt in such a way since we saw Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell go full tard on each other in Tango and Cash nearly 2 decades ago. Yeah. And like Rick's take on the Lethal Weapon films, I'm really acknowledging Rush Hour 3 as the stalwart of the entire Rush Hour trilogy. Just exceptional body of work here all the way around.
I agree. I agree completely. Hopefully they'll do a 4th.
Well, we can only hope, Rick. We can only hope. Okay, and at number 1 we have, you know what it is?
I think I do, unless you've changed it.
No.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's The Postman, an absolutely phenomenal film adaptation of David Brin's science fiction novel, directed by and starring probably the most underappreciated actor in the last 20 years, Kevin Costner. Now, this film, in my book at least, reigns supreme as the single most accomplished cinematic achievement in the history of mankind. Can we please run the clip?
Oh, this is that moment.
It's the moment. That letter is the purpose. Wow. Released in 1997, I believe this film frames the hero's journey in a way that is unparalleled in scope. Its ability to convey the resilience of the human spirit in times of desperation is unlike anything we've seen before in film, or have seen since. Truly exceptional craft here. Writing, directing, acting, everything. You know, I guess it's valid to say that Kevin Costner is the John Travolta to my Rick Coates.
It's a valid analogy, I guess, but I don't know. When was the last time that Dave Preston really sat down and screened Michael?
Well, it's been a while, I have to admit. You know, I let a friend borrow my Criterion Collector's edition of it and frankly never expected to get it back. But don't get me wrong, I think Michael is a terrific movie. It's just not on the same level as The Postman.
Well, some of Kevin Costner's stuff is really at odds with me.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, well, that could make for a whole nother show. I don't really want to get into it now, but overall, really nice list, though.
Okay,
All right,
well-
so you guys going to tell them about next week?
Yeah, so for next week, we intend on having Stu Schumann here. Many of you know that Stu is a longtime friend and one of our favorite critics over the Times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we also love his column he does for Blockbuster Magazine.
We do.
So he'll be with us. And we can't wait to hear what he has to say about all these incredible summer movies we've been seeing, especially Jonah Hex and The Last Airbender.
That's right. And then we're supposed to get Steve here the following week, right?
Yes, and as if you couldn't take much more excitement, it looks like we're going to be having Steve Fritz with us. Aha.
That's excellent.
Now, Steve is an associate professor of film history at USC, a position that probably should have went to me. I mean, I don't want to sound bitter here, but I think I'm much more qualified for the job. But hey, life sucks a big fat old dick sometimes, doesn't it? But I like Steve. He's a good guy. So he'll be with us, and we'll have lots to talk about. Okay, so it looks like we need to sign off here. So thank you so much for joining us here on Film Companions. We look forward to doing this again. I'm Rick Coates.
And I'm Dave Preston.
And I'm just wanting everyone to remember, when it comes to film, we know what we're talking about.